Woman adopted an animal thinking it was a cat. 1 year later, something you won't believe happened. The old woman took an animal she found in the forest home, thinking it was a kitten. But a year later, she realized she was wrong in a shocking incident. Donna lived in a quiet, picturesque small town in America, surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests. Her life had once been bustling with the noise and laughter of her children, but as they grew up and moved away to pursue their own lives, the house fell silent. Left alone in the home that once brimmed with love and activity, Donna found herself grappling with a deep sense of loneliness. The emptiness of her days weighed heavily on her, and she often reminisced about the past, longing for the companionship of her family. Determined not to let her solitude consume her, Donna sought solace in the natural world around her. She began taking long walks through the nearby woods, finding comfort in the rustling of leaves and the songs of birds. During these walks, she often encountered animals in need: an injured bird, an abandoned rabbit, or stray cats wandering through the trees. With a gentle heart and a nurturing spirit, Donna made it her mission to care for these creatures. Providing food, warmth, and affection, she discovered a renewed sense of purpose. Caring for animals became her way of staying busy and finding meaning in her days, bringing quiet joy back into her life. One sunny afternoon, as Donna wandered through the forest on one of her regular walks, she came across an unexpected sight. A tiny kitten, no more than a few weeks old, was crouched beneath a bush. Its soft cries filled the air, echoing through the stillness of the woods. The pitiful mewing tugged at her heart, and she could see the little creature trembling, likely from hunger and fear. It seemed lost and desperate, completely alone in the vast wilderness, with no mother or siblings in sight. Donna knelt down, trying not to startle the kitten as she gently reached out. Its large, pleading eyes looked up at her, and it let out another weak meow. In that moment, she knew she couldn't simply walk away and leave it to fend for itself. Driven by compassion and her nurturing instincts, she carefully scooped the kitten into her arms, wrapping it in her scarf to keep it warm. She decided to take it home, where she could provide it with the care and love it so desperately needed. Little did Donna know that this small act of kindness would set in motion a series of events that would change her life in ways she never could have anticipated. Donna named the kitten Kato and cared for it with great affection. The two quickly bonded, with the animal often sleeping on her lap and never leaving her side. However, as time passed, some peculiarities began to emerge. Kato was growing larger and faster than a normal kitten should. Donna assumed this was simply a result of good care and nutrition. She would soon discover the truth in a startling way. Donna lived a quiet life with her cat, but her peace was disrupted one night. A thief who had been watching her house broke in, looking for valuables to steal. Knowing she lived alone and was unlikely to resist, he thought it would be an easy target. Donna woke up to the intruder standing in her room, holding a knife and threatening her to hand over anything valuable. She felt helpless, and the thief was confident he would get what he wanted. At that moment, Kato, who had been quietly curled up in the corner of the room, suddenly opened her eyes, instantly alert. Her ears twitched, and her sharp instincts took over. Letting out a loud, threatening hiss, she leaped into action with lightning speed. Before anyone could react, she launched herself directly at the intruder, her claws extended and her movements swift and precise. The man, completely caught off guard, dropped the knife in shock and stumbled backward, raising his hands in a futile attempt to shield himself. But Kato was relentless. With a ferocity that belied her size, she clawed at his face, her sharp talons cutting deep, while her snarls filled the room. The man struggled desperately, flailing and trying to dislodge her, but Kato clung on, her protective instincts in full force. She was determined to defend her home and her beloved owner at all costs. Each swipe of her claws drove the man further into panic, and it became clear that he was no match for the fearless cat that had turned into a ferocious guardian. Hearing Donna's desperate screams echo through the quiet night, the villagers rushed to her aid without hesitation. Armed with flashlights and whatever tools they could find, they hurried toward her house, fearing the worst. By the time they arrived, however, the scene they encountered was not what they had anticipated. The thief, battered and terrified, had fled the house in a frantic attempt to escape the fierce defense he had encountered. His retreating figure disappeared into the darkness, leaving behind a trail of chaos and fear. Standing at the entrance of the house was Kato, her piercing gaze locked on Donna as if silently ensuring her owner was unharmed. Her stance was proud and unwavering, her body still tense from the encounter, but her loyalty was clear in her eyes. Donna stood frozen, her heart racing, unable to fully process the events that had just unfolded. It was only then that she began to realize the depth of her bond with the animal she had cared for. Thanks to Kato's incredible bravery and fierce protection, Donna was safe. Overwhelmed with gratitude and awe, she reached out toward her loyal cat, knowing that this remarkable creature had risked everything to keep her from harm. The real surprise came when Donna learned an astonishing truth about Kato: she wasn't a cat at all. For months, Donna had lovingly cared for and raised the animal, assuming she was an unusually large and spirited house cat. However, her neighbors, who had gathered after the commotion with the thief, revealed the truth. Kato was actually a lynx. Donna was stunned. The realization that she had been unknowingly living with a wild animal left her momentarily speechless. Looking back, Donna began to piece together all the little signs she had missed: Kato's rapid growth, her unusually strong and agile movements, and her piercing eyes that held a wild intensity. Despite her initial shock, Donna couldn't help but feel a deep sense of pride and gratitude. Even though Kato was a wild lynx by nature, she had formed an unshakable bond with Donna, one rooted in trust and love. It was Kato's extraordinary protective instincts and fierce loyalty that had saved Donna from harm during the thief's intrusion. This incredible act of selflessness proved that the connection they shared transcended species, showing that love and devotion can exist in the most unexpected forms. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.